Hello, brothers of the internet, and welcome to episode 2 of Me Plays Car Mechanic Simulator Series 2. And this is really stuttering, but still, I can rush around, hopefully. I don't think it's stuttering quite as much on the recorder, so that's all good. I just need to find a car, really, to buy, because I'm a bit of a hoarder. Here we have what looks like a Ford Bronco. I'm not that interested, unless it's extremely cheap. It's quite cheap, but doesn't interest me too much, to be honest. It's got some semblance of a V8 in there. Too much like too much like the Defender. As I was saying, this is the kind of thing that interests me. It is an Isetta, a BMW Isetta, I think, and I think I saw something there, but no, I didn't. 2000 GT, not much of a concern to me. It's odd, you know, that you're more interested in a Isetta than a 2000 GT, but that's just me. I'm strange like that. So, if I skip along, we have another one of those. With all the mods, I'm surprised so many of those are spawning, because I'm pretty sure they're standard cars. Designed after the 2000 GT, obviously, but they're not themselves 2000 GTs. There's the other one. I think we've just about looked around, and there's not much to see. So, I'm going to return to the garage now, but by the time I cut out, you will hopefully see I will have bought something a little more interesting than what's available here. Okay, so here we have some 22-inch wheels on the front. I had 19s before. This is the one thing I changed on the car since the last episode. Everything else is identical. However, at the junkyard I did get a few scrap parts. Very loud noise coming through now. But there's a lot of this stuff I can recover. And even if I don't use it, I can sell it on. So that's always useful. Also, I've got some wheels. I'll talk more about that in a moment. But for now, I have another one of them. Only if we look at this, we'll see. I kind of turned it into a custom car already by putting different wheels on it. But you look here, we'll see 37,000 already is pretty good. Other than that, it's got the standard inline 6 even, with 164 horsepower. Now, if we look at this one, I have bought another Chevrolet Nomad, yes. However, this model is different. This is a crazy supercharged version. Apparently it's factory engine power, although I highly doubt that. I might have paid a little more than the value, but to be entirely honest, you know, you come across a car you like, you might as well just buy it. If it's at the junkyard, you won't pay more than about, how much, 4,000 more than it's worth, unless it's something really crazy. The car is in pieces, yeah, that's the main complaint about it. It has a surprisingly complete engine though, by the looks of it. The left-hand side of it, from the looking at it this way, the left-hand side is kind of more finished. So that's always a positive, I guess, you can take away from it. Bodywork is trash, as you would expect from a junkyard find, and it looks like everyone's stripped it for everything you might want. Funny thing is, it looks like no one's actually stripped off most of the performance parts. I guess it's lost the supercharger, but there's still a lot of V8 bits there. And also, I just realised, now I think I can. There's a button for it somewhere. There's a button for ducking down somewhere, but there is a headlight there. Can I do the down arrow? No. There's a floating headlight. Look, it just floats there. Anyway, we do need to finish this, so time to get some more fixing done. I have some huge wheels. I have some 22s, I think a 23. I think I have two 22 inches, which is something. Not a lot, but you know, anything that can really go to the project. I said I weren't going to sell that car, but honestly now I've got the crazy Resto model and I probably will. I saw the wheels and I knew there was something about it that was different, but I didn't know what it was until I actually opened up the, what would you say, and then found it was a special version of it. Although this has its own charm, I will say that much. We need some more standard tyres, I think, for 22-inch wheels. And at this point, I might as well just buy all of the white wheels. there's not much point in messing it up, and I'm terrible at doing this with a controller. So I've just ordered probably the long wheels. Too much. They were the wrong size, definitely, and I don't know why I'm ordering 10 of them, okay? Don't pressure me. My mind just went, and I clicked on 10, and then I couldn't be bothered to change it. And I need some tyres to go with them. So, yeah. It's a bit of a strange ordeal I've got going on here. 4 tyres, although I only need 3. Yes, my mind is slightly crazy, but does it matter? I think I've even got a used tyre. Install, so it should be somewhere around here. There we go. All 10 of them. No! I wasted my money, and for some reason I'm running to this old PC, probably with a Pentium 3. You know, it's the world's fastest Pentium 3 though, for a Pentium 3 machine to actually move through a modern online web page this quickly. It's quite an impressive feat, I will say that much. We need 22-inch wheels. They are standard width, so I don't have to go too mad there. And go and install. Try and move across. There we go. We do need to rebuild the front suspension though, and the rear suspension, if we are to actually get these wheels fitted. So hopefully I can just put all the parts on. This should be easier from last time because I bought a lot of the parts that I would need. And the phone's still going off in the background. Why is this moving my mouse cursor so slowly? I think it's because I'm trying to do fine movements, but I don't need to. I need to do more drastic movements. So then we've got the bottom suspension arm, which is accessible from underneath the car, so I won't bother with that right now. We've got quite a few of these little bits that I'm doing up now. Have I got anything just behind here? I think we have. Wheel hub bearing, that was it. Got a few of those. I think I saved one of these from the junkyard. I did find a brake disc at the junkyard. I'm not sure if I saved it. I think I did. So many brake pads. I think I saved a brake caliper as well. Brake caliper. You can go there. Like so. And that is more or less complete. There are bits that need adding, but I think we can lift the car up to do that. Let's see, how is it going to look? And this is not going to be the low version of the car, remember. That one we've got back there will be the low version. Come on, outer tie wood. You can go on there, like so. And I have got an overstock of some parts, just to make sure I have enough. I went over it last episode. So, to make sure I've got all the bits I need and more. Or maybe not more, but still all the bits I need. And I've not put a shock absorber together. I think I meant to do that, but I didn't do it or something. I don't know. That thing is just going to be so much fun to drive when it's done, but it's not done. So we need to go to the tablet, and we need to go and do the scary thing of trying not to type R's in. Shock, yes, that will be fine. So, double wishbone shock absorber. If we go to suspension, the thing that looks like a spring as well, front spring, and the cap is right next to that. I'm only buying one of these because I didn't see ahead, really, this time. And I actually need to attach the parts, how could I forget? Join parts. There we go, everything is together neatly, like so. This shouldn't take long at all. Oh yes, it's just a chassis now though. I've managed to take them successfully, somehow. So, part mount. Nope, double wishbone shock absorber. In you go. And anything else? We need this. Is it a tie wood? No, front end link. Sway bar end link. We've got one of those, which is good enough for the time being on this car. And I think that's everything, really. I think that's everything we need on the front wheels. Or to mount the front wheels, should I say. Have I mounted the correct wheels, though? They look suspiciously like 19s, and I think they are. Oh dear. I should pay more attention. Time to undo my bad doings. No. It's not going. The mouse pointer isn't going where I want it to go. There we go. And he should be finishing up anytime soon now, like so. Come on. Part mount. Wim avalanche. I quite like how these look. I mean, they are far too big for the car to realistically, you know, utilise, and they'll probably make the wide quality horrible, but they look good, and that's the most crucial thing to me. They were actually designed for, I think, the Castor Avalanche, which is a vehicle in this game. Actually, to be honest, I think you have the potential to make that wider, if you want. And oh dear. It's time to go to the back of the vehicle. What horrors await us? Other than noisy bolt and screwing noises. A lot. A lot of horrors await us. It's just loads of crust. I might be able to repair some of it though. Like it just said 19% there, which isn't too bad. I think there's these brake shoe. I think they're essentially pads for drum brakes. I'm not sure if you can restore those, probably not. And all being said and done, I think I'll get this side off. We've only got primitive leaf springs here, but I think I'll get this side of the car off, and then I will move on to the other side. Just see what I can repair, see what I can get away with. If I can repair every part, then excellent, all the better for it. Although I can't, because I've just seen the U-bolt wouldn't repair. Which in this case, I'm going to strip the other side for all the parts and hopefully at least get one side of reused parts, which should help in the grand scheme of things. Rubber bushings, I have got plenty of them, I think, for my purpose. Come on. Oh, I keep missing. There we go. Still in this where we pull that off. We're shock absorber. Nope. Struggling to get my hands around there by the looks of things. And we need to remove the wheel somehow from the inside of a car. Beats me how this is even possible, but apparently so. Remove the drum brakes. I did manage to recover one of the front wheels for this car, not both of them though. One of them was destroyed, and that is a problem. You can unscrew all of these bits. Rear axle knuckle housing, that can be undone. As can the shock absorber, hopefully. I mean, this thing will probably just flop onto the ground in real life if I removed all these bits. But they haven't, so I'll take what I can get. Magic floating parts, indeed. Soon this will be completely done with, thanks to the simplicity of the design. Makes it a lot easier. That rubber bushing was actually fairly good, 33%. Better than I would have expected from this vehicle. But then if you look at this vehicle's stock, it looked nowhere near as good as it does now. So I'm hoping with the second one I can achieve something similar. I'll probably do that off camera as well, mention that now. Fuel tank is good, but I don't think you can repair fuel tanks for whatever reason. Although I'm pretty sure it's possible in reality. Ah, you can repair brake shoes. That's always a positive surprise to know something like that. Right, so I've saved a few parts. There's at least less crust there now. And we need to put a new wheel on the merry-go-round, as I'm going to call it. So, scroll along until I find the castor oil wheels. Standard tyre. Indeed, it will go right on there. And we need to lower it, don't we? To get to the top of the engine. I think it's come so far, though, already. And that's not the longest duration in the world. Try and get quite an efficient system going on here, if I can. I say efficient. I'm the least efficient thing here. There we go. We can hopefully install that. And then balance this wheel, like so. While also coming back round here. That should give us the rear wheels more or less ready for when we need them. And onto the top half. Do we have a... We don't have an inline 6B engine head. I'm going to start here because I want to see it get finished really. So I'm going to go... tablet, I think. And then we go... head. So... engine head, inline 6B, that's the one. $700, that is pricey. I wish we had it from standard, but then, I mean, what can I do? I chose this car because I liked it. You can't be too picky. And I was sure I had one of those exhaust manifolds too. But now we can move on to this, I believe. No ignition distributor. So we need to get our... dist, but don't type R because I know how it goes with these things. Presumably we need an inline 6 bit there as well, and one of these. And I think we need clips as well. Not sure what clips we need, but we need some kind of clips to go with this. And we'll need some wires and spark plugs. So, I'm making this up as I go along, honestly. Somehow I got away with that. Plug, shameless plug. Come on, are you actually searching plug? There. Those are some nice cheap parts. Probably buy about 20 of these because they're so cheap. And that adds up to $100. Still pretty cheap though in the grand scheme of things. And another spark plug. Another spark plug. No, I'm clicking all over the place and I lost the spark plug I was clicking on. These just go right in here. I actually like the blue engine though. I'm beginning to think I should paint the car chrome to make it kind of a Core 2 Duo-mobile. It's even got the right engine to be a Core 2 Duo-mobile because I do like inline 6s. And ignition coil B, we don't have that. So this is just a list of things we don't have. So we need a fuel pump and an ignition coil. Fuel pump. I think that goes on the fuel tank, but we'll need one of those as well. We'll need a fuel tank. Unless the fuel pump doesn't go on the fuel tank. I don't know. I think one of them was an ignition coil. I don't know which one we need, so I'll just get ignition coil and ignition coil B and hope one of those is the correct one. It should be. Coil B. Yeah, indeed, I got one of the correct ones. See, if I just got the normal ignition coil, though, I wouldn't know what to do. We need a fuel pump, though. That was another thing. Fuel pump. Ah, here we go. It's a different fuel pump completely to the ones I'm used to. But that's fine. It's just something to get used to, you know. We need another clip here. And suddenly all this intimidating wire work is looking a lot less intimidating. So we need arm A. But I can't put R. There we go. I somehow worked around it. How I got that to work without doing R, I think that was quite smart of me. But I mustn't get too carried away. I do after all need to finish up the engine before I run out of time or something, or just get bored of it. So, ooh, we have to put all these rods on. I might have one or two of them, but push rods, yeah, it's a push rod in line 6. So that's fine. I can just put push. And it'll be the inline 6 one. There's no other way of seeing it. I'll just get 6 of these for now, because I don't know if I'll work on another inline 6 anytime soon. So it's best to just get what I need. For some reason my head's just realising inline 6 is called inline 6 because there's 6 cylinders. I don't know. I think we need 6 more, don't we? Because there's 2 valves per cylinder, so I assumed it was 1 valve per cylinder. If that would even be possible. I mean, maybe it is technically possible, but it's not something I would imagine. I can bring up, though, do we need any rocker arms? No. So we need... I mean, yes, we need loads of them. But we need the valve push rods first, and then we need the rocker arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, guilty as charged. I need more rocker arms, though. Yeah, thankfully I caught that before it became a big deal. But rocker arms was eventually what caught me out. One of the easier ones of... Or so what should have been one of the easier ways of doing things was what caught me out, ultimately. It's just strange how these things work out. But you can see here, we're almost done on half the engine. A third is done already, completely. And I think it's looking good. Very, very clean and lovely compared to what this car started out as. I think it's pretty nice, to be entirely honest. And to say we've finished the entire front end of it is definitely something. And we need more valve push rods. We need more rocker arms. Come on. Okay, 1/3 of the engine after this has to be done. And I'm just always looking back at my recording software to make sure everything is working, because I know it can easily sneak up on me. The same way when I typed rocker arm, it had done it. And again, it kind of becomes a cursed word to even say, like something like rocker. Actually, I don't know. Rocker arm has 2 R's in. Did I type R twice? I'm confused. I seriously am. So I just hope the whole thing is recorded fine. I've been watching it consistently. It is on stop recording now, so that must mean I've done something. Cove, and that should bring it up. This engine is very, very blue. I'll say that now. I mean, I thought it would be like half blue, but no, it is completely blue. I'm not sure if Chevrolet Blue Flame engines are actually blue like this. I know some engines do have colours to them to kind of represent it, but I think the Blue Flame was like a base engine in the 50s, so why you would go through the effort of painting it, I don't know. The fancy V8, sure, I can see it happening, but not on the base models. Maybe they did. I mean, it's possible. I can't really rule any possibility out. We need a manifold. Manifold. There we go. And still recording, yes. So you need to screw in Like so. No, I can't find a screw. I mean, that's literally how it happens in real life. You try and get the screw in there and then your arm just moves in the wrong way. Like, just at the wrong moment as well. And I actually have one of these. Oddly, I didn't have the other one, but I have this. This must have been something I saved from a junkyard, so... yeah, no one's going to know they have junkyard parts on a brand new refurbished car. I don't have a carburetor though. This is mostly new, to be fair. We don't have a front exhaust section. Oh no, we do. It just won't go on it because we're not under the car. So what we need a fuel filter, which I have 2 of. I'm not sure if I saved those, probably not. We need a carburetor. Yeah, problem when you can't type R's. You often get lost at like stupid parts of words. And just say you can't continue. Oh, where's it gone? And I think we have the carburetor cover here. And we can have a very complete looking engine. Air filter base. Is that just called air filter base? Yes, it is. Air filter base, like so. I think we need an air filter to go on it, so we won't be done quite yet. Air filter inline 6B. Filter. There we go. Nice round air filter. I mean, I can't emphasise enough though. It is so blue, this engine. Like, they painted every part of it. They spared no expense in painting it. And we need a cover for inline 6B. Cover. There we go. Oddly, it doesn't show anything else. Ah, yeah, the handle. It doesn't show the handle on the picture, even though it's clearly there. Is it a handle? No, it's probably an air intake, let's be honest. But I see it like a handle. Because to me, these things are like frying pans. And my guy is just shuffling around all over the place. But there's our engine bay. Lovely, lovely and clean. Can't close the bonnet from while it's moving. What do we have down here? I will give this a drive when I get the chance. No, we have a front exhaust section, but I don't like it. It's a bit of a mess. Inline 6B gearbox. I think for now, though, I've got what I want with this vehicle. It was kind of a lengthy process. So, you know, I've done the front suspension and the front engine is complete. I think I can call that enough for an episode. Although, actually, no. Actually, in the engine bay, if we look through here, there is a brake servo. That is trash. And I probably don't have a replacement. No. I'll replace that one brake servo, but then I'll be done on this car. It's got to be somewhere. There we go. Fairly distinctive looking component, thankfully. Yeah, my tablet has a mechanical keyboard as well. It's a little bit of an odd tablet. Mind, I do have a Lenovo tablet with a physical keyboard from 2011. So, they do exist. It's just they're more oldie-worldy tablets that have keyboards and touchscreens. And, yeah, I say that Microsoft's going to get mad. We're cutting edge! We have keyboards and touchscreens! Yeah, you invented XP Tablet Edition in 2001. There's been other versions of tablets before then. So, I don't think... I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, here's a Defender. I think what we can do to finish off, it should be quite a nice activity. We can put some body panels on here because it's quite lacking. Maybe even give the thing a good paint job. So, if we actually move the location, because this isn't the best place to do it. But our garage entrances are closed. Okay, so move this car to car lifter C, and then we should be able to move a Defender. Oh, there it is. No. normal mode, move the Defender to a garage entrance, whichever one's free, garage entrance A. I have restored the body. I think I went over that before, briefly. Should be able to sit in it here now. There we go. Much like the Defender in Forza, actually. Just a simple, rugged off-roader. What do you really expect a Land Rover to be like? This is probably the truest Land Rover of recent years, even, in that it is a simple off-roader, where most are trying to be fancy luxury cars. So, what do we have? We have white headlight, which probably isn't great. Most of this is the body, I'm noticing. Although you can see there's lines from where the panels attach. I think it's just the way it's been ported into Car Mechanic Simulator. We do still have the rear bumper though, and we have the front end, which is a roll cage. We have windows. It's a fair amount better than the Chevrolet, I'll give it that, in terms of what it is. I'll just do what I did with the Chevrolet though. I'll buy pretty much every part. And I think that's a suspension under there, so no real concern. And that is the right tail light, apparently. Yeah, it doesn't always work as you expect. There we go, though. There is our stripped and ready to be rebuilt Defender. We do need to go on my mechanically keyboarded tablet, though. So, yeah. Beige keyboarded tablet with a black rimmed screen. It would be a very odd colour combination, to say the least. And what was I doing? Body shop, that's it. I just completely forgot what I was doing. Who am I? Which way is up? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I just use effect. I use exaggerative effect. Defendy. Because it has no R in it. We need front door, left and right. Add defenders. Yes, I'm going in a very, very odd order. And front left door window. Front right door window. Whatever that is. Front window. Ah, I think it's got a mirror attached to it. That makes sense then. Makes more sense than I thought it did. Left headlight. Rear bumper. Left tail light. Mirror. Window A. Trunk window. Trunk. All this stuff we didn't have from standard. And they can suddenly go onto our car. And then we can paint it and hopefully make it look a little nicer. Still going to have quite rusty old wheels, but, you know, you can't have everything all the time. Hood, that can be added. It just didn't come with a lot of these parts, though, when I bought it, which is something. Interesting. We have front left fender. We don't have front right fender. To be honest, the front left fender can probably go. It's probably a bit old. I didn't notice these at first. But they are, in fact, fenders for the car. Oddly, it had them all on one side. Assemble mode. Just adding all the bits. Kind of in an odd... kind of via an odd route to actually assemble them. But, you know, what works, works. We can add number plates. I think we'll do that. But not right now. First of all, it's just time to get the car assembled and somewhat working. As I scoot all around the Defender, looking for the answers to life itself. No. Looking for answers to where the bits and pieces go, mainly. to say I'm looking for answers to life itself is a bit of an exaggeration. And we can have white body window. My voice went funny there, I don't know. Trying to speak for long periods of time. The mind does tend to go at the end of it. It's fine. I think that's everything. I think that's everything we need, other than the number plates, which I'll add now. Where would you use a defender? Did this come with 2 different license plates? I don't know. I'm just sticking these plates on. I don't even know what they're off, but I'm just going to stick them on here because they fill space. Even though they've got 2 completely different places on them, and you can barely read the rear one. It's something, you know. How much is it worth now, though, with the recovered body panel? Wow. 26,000, and all I've done is replace some body panels. It's still not really a drivable car. Like, would you sit on that and drive something? Forgetting that, would you sit there and drive something with quite firm suspension? Probably not. Unless it had a seat there, which it clearly doesn't have. Visibility would be dreadful, because look at how high the dashboard is compared to you. Yeah. We do have a sunroof, though, so you at least wouldn't be left in the dark. Right, now, final thing for the day is to get to the paint shop and actually give it a nice, fresh coat of paint. Close the paint shop on it. And what colours do we have available? Paint car. C to change camera, okay. Let's see from this view, what do we have? Livery. Oh. Set factory, okay. Change the cam. This is probably the best one anyway, to be honest. You can just see the ladder frame peeking out underneath everything. I think if we go with matte, a matte black Defender. To be honest, it looks kind of nice. And I think I'll just paint it matte, yeah. That was a loud noise. Back to garage. And yes, I won't lie. It looks better than I would have expected. I said the same about the Chevrolet, but it is true. This Defender, my computer started really stuttering now, but this Defender does not look bad. It holds together well in the matte black. If only it weren't for the rust. But then look at what we've done with this. You know, this was originally like that, you know, fairly nice paintwork, but falling apart around the undersides of it. And now look, we can look inside, we can see a lovely, lovely restored, beautiful engine bay. Everything's shiny and all the chrome is, well, chrome. Although there's not much chrome on that, so it's inferior. It always will be inferior in my mind because of the lack of chrome, but either of them are nice cars, and I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Yeah, that's a white door apparently, which is why I can't open it on the lift. I should be able to open this door. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here for today with 2 partially restored vehicles in our garage, a frame, basically, and a forklift with a V8. And I'll say, when I get a good angle, goodbye until another day.